Put you live.
I'm eating. Hey guys, I'm eating.
Hey guys.
Hey guys, like totally, like what's up? You want some pizza? Cause I've got some.
Good morning. I have the Kickstarter notification set from Piranha.
Man, look, they denied it at first, and I've been pleading with them because it said we violated their weapons policy. So I changed all the verbiage to EDC multi-tool and everything from knife to edges because I really want to launch it. And then I cited like my friend Ben's knife. You guys may have heard of him, Nafs. Actually, it's not Ben's knife. It's the other guy who I don't know. But I've seen him on the tubes. Anyway, I said, you know, much like this, but we've never presented this as a weapon. This is an EDC thing.
There's so many people that launch knives.
I know. So
Gus said, did you bring enough for everyone?
No, but C-Dub made it. It is so good. So good. Speaking of Gus, he gave me this stuff. I think it's coffee. It's written in Greek. It's all Greek to me.
And says Big Idea Design does knives on there. Yeah.
Yeah, I did that one too.
People do. So
I linked Big Eyes.
I can think is they looked at our website and thought we looked too tactical or something.
Exactly. So if you guys notice, the website no longer says built for life, ready for combat. You just have to remember that moniker in your head.
Frank EDC Knives, $30. Panther Food in Disneyland Paris. Ooh, Disneyland Paris. Greeting from Poland, visiting wifey's family for a week. Nice.
Man,
thank you.
Let's go there.
Man, now we're going to Disneyland Paris.
Ah! Man, that'd be awesome. I mean, not that the
TKell equals tactical. Bad. Holiday check.
Anyway.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. We have to change our.
Look, I really wanted to do it on Kickstarter just because it's easier. Everybody's familiar with it. So the goal, we set the goal at 60K because that's what it's going to cost. That's about average. But then Kickstarter recommended that I do it more because of their fees, which are crazy high to cover their fees and shipping and all that stuff. So,
and look, I am so addicted to this sheep's foot folder already. It's so slicey. It's so thin. Like our knives are great, but I've never had like such a slicey knife where I can like cut up all my.
It's my daily
stuff. Yeah. I'm
so
loving it. He actually said yesterday, should we do this one first? I was like, no, do the combatant first. That'll be.
Yeah, we haven't launched the fixed blade version of this yet because of steel issues. And we'll also talk about, I think we've solved our steel issues because I have in my hands here the first 003 in the steel. That's the first knife in the world made from this steel. So incredible. One other knife company made one from it, but used a different heat treater than Kowalski, and it didn't work because the quench has to be in 10 bar, and without getting too nerdy, that means really, 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 really negative pressure. Like that's enough to crush a submarine.
I wish I would have filmed you testing it because your enthusiasm was.
I'm shocked. I really am. I'm shocked. It has to be quenched under that much negative pressure because there's not much carbon in the steel at all. But for it to, you know, in steel, what makes it hardenable is carbon, but what makes this steel hardenable is titanium.
Cheryl, we showed your card last week. I didn't see you on.
Yeah,
Joey, we showed the card.
Yeah, you were playing hooky, and we were celebrating you guys.
Thank you for the card.
Yes, thank you so much. I did have a happy birthday. I forgot it was my birthday, which is pretty typical for me. But
Roz said I backed knives, machetes, and folding knives on Kickstarter. It's wild that you guys got rejected.
It's weird, right?
They went on there and saw Marine Corps and were like, nope.
This guy, he was a Marine. He's obviously
he's scary.
Scary. Well, he's scary. So I just scrubbed it of all the stuff yesterday. I have put an immense amount of work into that Kickstarter project. It's a lot. Like you have to do a lot. And it was suggested that I scrub it from that to make sure it got approved. And I'm like, I don't care. It's an EDC folding tool. That's fine.
Eli said, can anyone post the Kickstarter link? Did I put it in the description?
It's in
I
the
thought I put it in the description.
maybe in the YouTube description. It's definitely in the Patreon description. If anybody else wants to grab it from Patreon and give it to Eli. I'm going to get started on some coffee.
Jason Small said, any street date for the FLN. He wants to meet you in the street with the FLN. I think he means just something else.
When it's going to hit.
Yeah.
So I got with MKM. That's Mangiano knife manufacturer. I'm sure I'm pronouncing
it. Okay, it's in the YouTube description. You can go preview the Kickstarter.
Pretty cool, right? I worked forever on a freaking picture that they would approve this morning too. That's the best I could do. Anyway, so I've got to do more videos. I've got to do more tweaks.
Sean, we're releasing those September the 15th. The 003s.
Yeah.
So
okay, so
you can email. I don't think, do we have any blims or anything for Sean?
Not yet, because we just finished that batch. What's good, guys, you guys need to understand about this batch of 003s is they're done. We're just building the sheets. So I'm making what I hope is coffee. Gus went to Greece, and if you read his last name, you'll understand that he's Greek. I suspected that he was Greek before knowing that he was Greek, because he has a Greek name. So this looks like coffee. We're going to hope it is, and I'm going to make it. It's got a parrot on it, so it's either coffee or parrot poop, because that could be a poop or a bean. Not sure. Anyway, man, it smells good.
Small. Can I get an FLN2 blim? You and
wait a second.
235 other people probably want one of those.
Wait,
I don't think we have any.
Wait a second. Is Gus on?
Yes, Gus is on.
Is this espresso, my friend?
Can he use this, Gus, for this machine?
I may have to use a different machine, but it is over there. Look at it. See it's powder.
M.A. said Gustantine. Well, didn't you
look at it?
It is. It does look like an espresso grind.
I'll just grab my espresso thing. Right? That seems like the best move. Do you read Greek, Gus? Or did you just trust them?
Angus Neal. Gus is my nickname too, but I'm not Greek.
It's all Greek to me. I don't know.
Opa! That's what we used to do at the Greek restaurant all the time. And we threw plates and stuff.
How fun is that, right?
So fun.
Your meal goes up more when you break the dishware.
And we danced on tables. That was so fun. The Greek restaurant was the funnest ever. He said, yes, it's a very fine grind.
Okay, so espresso. That's fine. We'll just switch our... I mean, it's like... You know, it looks like the Israeli coffee or Turkish... Whoa! We're making a mess.
Not as fast. Grandfather was Greek. I'm whatever. Hey, everybody.
That's me. Well, you know,
Chuck Marsh, you're so sweet, Chuck. Carrying my nightshade today. Chuck is the nicest person ever.
Yeah, the rest of you guys are just whatever.
We have a story about Chuck. Yeah. How nice he is. Huntsman Hype Train, Choo Choo from A Brutal Kitty. Everybody wants that Huntsman, honey.
The little one that I just made, the way it was supposed to originally be designed. I'm making a freaking mess.
Happy with that one.
Well, I mean,
wanted it.
That's a custom one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I did this out of order, like a
Hey, have you ever tried watermelon with feta, CW? I don't think I have. I used to eat the watermelon with the tahini on it, though.
That's definitely not Greek. That is 100% a Mexican thing.
My mom said, yay, Nicola, and best answer, Suzanne. I miss Nicola.
He gone.
They closed. They closed the restaurant.
COVID, man. That was such a fun place.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Matthew Latiziano, what's happening, fam? Heading to a deck repair. Can't hang out today. I'll watch it later. Have fun, y'all. Oh my gosh, Tim did such a ton of work on a deck. He about killed himself.
Yeah, me and a couple.
Paradoxical charlatan, 12 minutes late. What did I miss? You missed us talking about not being able to get our Kickstarter approved, but
until this morning,
and got it approved.
So yeah, go over there because I know you were saying you're holding out, and the pre-launch page is officially up as of like literally 30 minutes ago.
But that's just where they can go look at it, right? It's
But
not...
you can sign up. It'll give you the alerts to let me know when this.
Sign up, because we think that we'll sell those out pretty quick. So if you're interested in it,
that's the pre-launch page.
For like what do you call it?
So
updates.
I think how this works is, even if the
wait, I got a poem from Milos. TKell glints in morning light, stillborn whisper, silent fight. Greek espresso, thick and bold, wakes the stories left untold.
Whoa, man.
I think he's really writing those. I really do not think he's using AI.
I don't think so, because how would you get that specific? I just spilled water all down inside of this jet boil.
Have you seen the Hacksmith Kickstarter? Over 5,000 funded, 5,000% funded at almost 10 million.
Yeah, so that's my question. If you get your full amount,
everybody's like ChatGPT. He has been writing them for a while before
Chad was popular.
Yeah.
I love espresso style things too. I'm really excited about
Give
this.
my girl China a shout out. Ordered an adversary and asked her if she and CW could sign a simple paper for me, and she went up. Hey, I didn't sign it, did I? Oh yes, I do remember signing that. Yes.
You did.
I was about to say, I don't remember.
Yeah, because they brought it over to me, and China's like, me?
Hat. China, amazing, thank you. Yeah, poor China has to beg Tim to sign stuff because he's always so busy, and he'll be like, yeah, I'll do it in a minute.
And Stacy needs me to do a sketch of a custom knife I made.
You still haven't done that?
No, and I'm like, I didn't sketch that when I freehanded it, so I'm gonna have to like go backwards and draw. I don't know, do a rendering of it. I'm not sure, but. So yeah, they yell at me like, please sign this. I'm like, I'm not famous. I don't feel comfortable. But I do it because you guys like it. I do too, right? So I don't know how Kickstarter works. I've never done it. You guys tell me. So we have 200 knives on that first run. So does that mean the first 200 people to back it, to do the full amount, get the blade and the other people don't? Or does that mean we're supposed to make more than 200? Please inform me. Because if we get 5,000% funded, what are we supposed to do with that? Any ideas? I have no clue.
Oh, we got a poem from MA. China's working hard with dreams so grand, raising funds with her heart and helping hand. Each donation brings her closer to the land of Disney magic, castles, and marching bands.
Yeah, see, I don't think ChatGPT could do that. Like, how would it? You have to put a lot of parameters in there, right?
Roz said you can. He just said it was ChatGPT.
Oh, how do they do that? You can tell
because it has the little long line. You know, the little, what do you call that?
The long dash?
Yeah.
That's your tail, right?
And Knives Fast said, but you can put a limit on it.
Yeah. I mean, I have a limit on the units because that's how many we're making.
It says, Joey H says you can set limits. They did not. You talking about that one you mentioned just a minute ago?
Hacksmith?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of coverage on that.
I believe if people buy, you need to figure out how to fulfill them all.
Well, if we're making 200.
Kevin says, with Kickstarter, you set limits for backer, no more funding. Wait, no, for backer levels, sorry.
Okay.
And if you're only making 200, it stops at 200, no more funding.
Okay, cool. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, I just thought that'd be fair, to just do that. So then it'll sell out quick.
Mila said, nope, not ChatGPT. It's mine with real thoughts, real grit, not just algorithmic poetry.
Yeah, guys, get up off Milos.
Good morning, Regina. I was thinking about you and praying for you over the weekend. Hope all is well. Paradoxical Charlatan said I can't find it. There's a link in the YouTube description.
Yeah, they're gonna suppress us first.
What's the projected price point for the folders from Don DeBrunner?
The Kickstarter price, unless you're early bird, is like $3 something, just so we can cover the cost to get it to market. But
Sean, yeah, you can send us an email if you want to do that.
But retail is going to be higher than that because that's just what it's going to cost in material. I'm thinking it's like a $350 is where it's going to hit.
Charles Tejada said, so why put it on Kickstarter and not just Patreon?
Because people are uncomfortable with that, and Kickstarter guarantees that you get what you want, so that gives more guarantee that you're going to get what you say. what I'm saying? So we're going to try to do it. People have been wanting us to try it, so I'm going to. Because if you just do Patreon, like we did the Patreon launch of the Adversary Vampires, and a huge percentage of them went over there. And then to the public, they sold out in 8 minutes. But some did make it to the public. A handful, but and that was only 50. So
Ryan Henley said, "Can I just pre-order it, not on Kickstarter?"
Well, for the first round, and Kickstarter, they have a new feature where you can pay over time, so you don't have to come out all at one time. So there's that. I mean, you could do that.
How about a sit-down live with the Kickstarter people at a certain tier? We're always up for lives. Lives are easy. Lives are easy. It's like editing that takes work.
YouTube videos are the hard part.
We will sit down with lives with you all the time.
Much easier than, you set the date and we'll be there. That's last week's girls' coffee cup. This one empty? It is not.
July Reverse Tonto from Chad Young. Those have all shipped other than maybe a grip. Would you send us an email and we'll look into it?
Where's my espresso?
Tim is not sick, I don't think. He said, Frank said you sound a bit different.
Weird, man. Maybe my mic is picking up weird stuff.
Roz said, "Is Tim for real? I got stiffed on Kickstarter multiple times, including a nice kitchen knife." Oh no.
I don't know. But you can get your money back, right? That's why we're doing Kickstarter, so that people can have that.
It says it doesn't take money out of your account until the project is fully funded.
Correct.
Oh.
That's right. So there's really not a lot of risk.
Ryan, my answer would be yes. So send us an email. We'll figure it out.
What's your answer?
To letting him not do Kickstarter?
Well, I don't know, because we're only making 200 of them. And that's the limit set on Kickstarter.
Mark Bowers, morning TKell fam.
Morning, friend, neighbor, countryman, Marine, deck builder.
Chris says, "Will the Taylor's Ridges be ready to ship by the beginning of November?"
I think so. I mean, they're at Heat Treat.
AJ, no, I totally lost my money on Kickstarter for a kitty litter bin that went to shit. LOL.
But so you didn't get? I don't know.
Roz says, "I've lost hundreds on projects that did not deliver."
Well, we're not going to do that.
Yeah, we're not doing it. We would not do that unless we knew for sure we were.
We've always delivered on a pre-order, but people were getting tired of pre-orders and said you should do a Kickstarter. So that's the way this goes. Like, we do what a bunch of people ask, and then all the rest of the people are like, "You're an idiot. I'll never back you on Kickstarter." So I'm like, oh.
Mark said, "Need to have a live on the new deck."
Yeah.
We have our stuff like permanently mounted in this room.
Yeah, the lighting would suck.
Knives Fast said, "Kickstarter is fine. I've had bad taste in my mouth because that's where my one failed project was. LOL, my fault." Failed project, like, do you mean you didn't
deliver, or people didn't back it?
Yeah.
I don't have any question that we'll sell the 200 to back the project.
Milspec Mike says, "I don't get why people want Kickstarter considering their fees."
Yeah, I mean,
morning, Rob.
We just have to have a higher goal to cover their fees. So I don't know. That's what people said they want to do. So we tried it. We're just going to fund it. That way we're not taking away from doing other projects, because the folding knife thing's been really expensive. So yeah.
So he said, "Oh no, it didn't get funded. Everything else I did separately on my website and it went fine." Oh, okay. Well, we'll try it out, see how we like it. Good morning, TKell fam from JL. Good morning.
Good morning. Anyway.
What's the usual wait time on a combatant? It just depends on
36.
When you ordered it, where they are in production.
Yeah. Yep. There's 36 months.
V3 update.
We did the update on those on the Whatnot Live, but the blades are done. We have them nickel boroned. We have the battle worn done on them. We haven't lasered them, and we haven't finished the sheath. So the blades are done. We have the blades back. They're nickel boroned. we're just waiting on sheets. That's it. So we're working through those. What we're doing is we're doing sheets because we have projects in a line. So as
Angus,
they come up,
we need to fill our orders first for the Melissa blades that are outstanding, waiting on the extended grips, and if there's any left.
yeah, those should be
We'll
to me.
add
I need
them
to
to the
track
website.
that package because
Barbarian Brawny said, has it been said who the OEM of the folder is?
we said it a while back. It's Vance Corich. He's out of Colorado. Kind of a little known guy, but super, super innovative. And this lock style that he came up with is incredible.
Yeah, I don't know who he does OEM work for.
He does others that aren't public about it.
Okay.
And he's super, super busy, but he's really innovative, especially with this crossbar lock. The other stuff he's doing is like a drop-in crossbar lock, so you can take the module out and it can just be marketed across pretty much anybody's stuff. So that's kind of cool. But then ours is unique in the respect that it's got the 2-piece back spacers that act as the blade stop, so you get that big solid chunk of metal in the back to stop the blade. And then it's a crossbar lock on bearings, which makes it where you can do this. Woo, fancy, right? Or you can hit the thumbs up if you want.
01 updates. Do y'all have orders? Old orders? We are getting those out.
And I call this the kickflip, where you can pull the crossbar lock. And it's not springs, it's just mechanics. Pretty neat. And so those are the really unique features about the flippers, folders, broken in half knives, whatever you want to call them.
Hey, hold up that spooky shirt. I'm gonna give away one.
I need to move my
There's enough time to order one before, like.
I think so. I mean, I got mine in like 4 days. So this is the back. This is C-Dub's Black Heather Stay Spooky with the pumpkin on the front. This seems to be the one that I gravitate towards. So the TKell pumpkin, and then you've got the matching color coordinated American flag on that sleeve over.
Y'all go check out Barbarian Brawny's channel. He did a video on like orange EDC stuff. And he's wearing that shirt and it looks really cool.
Sick.
On camera.
That's what the kids say. Looks sick.
Also, I watched one of his videos.
I'm just doing this.
It was like him and I think, is it Sean Weiss? Is that his name? And he was on and on and on about your knives.
Who's Sean Weiss?
No, Brawny was on and on about your knives.
Well, I should start watching YouTube again.
It was awesome. I was like, yeah.
Thanks,
hold on,
man.
I haven't set up that camera.
I'm just getting it set up. I'm not putting anything over here. It's in my way. I was feeling all cramped up and stuff.
All right, I got it ready for you.
I couldn't move.
When you go over there.
I don't know what I'm doing. What are we doing?
So this shirt, if y'all win this,
where's my
let us know your
sugar?
size because we're gonna have to order it.
I'm gonna do this. Yeah, whoever wins.
Greg, it's coming very soon. We did just get notification that it was shipped.
What?
The extended grips for people.
Yeah, I need to track that because it typically Nick's stuff gets here like super fast.
Sean said, "What size of Badger Claw sheath do I need for a CG Night Stalker? Would that be medium?"
Off the top of my head, I'll have to check. I think a medium, but is this a medium that I have here? I think I have both, all 3 sizes, small, medium, and large. Let me see.
Heck, haha, yeah, Goldberg is a huge knife fan. I had to show him what a good fixed blade was. Thank you so much.
You're so famous. You're so famous.
Who's famous?
Brawny. I mean, everybody's seen Mighty Ducks.
I haven't.
Everybody that's cool. Yeah, I think the CG will fit, man. It'll be great. So that's a medium. Yeah. There it is. That's a medium.
Fish Ranch.
The rancher of the fish, who was a communist, and now he's less communist.
Unreal King 14. Is it possible to buy an Adversary sheath?
We're holding those for current orders, but I don't know if we have them in stock because we're kind of changing.
I was told to tell you to cover your pew.
Oh, okay. Look over there. If I didn't wear belly shirts all the time. Here's the problem. I love cotton shirts because they're breathable, and like the poly ones will freaking sweat you to death, but they stay the correct length. So these cotton ones, when you wash them, they turn into a belly shirt, and then when you wear them throughout the day, they turn into like a baby doll dress.
Jeff Kelly recommended grind angle for adding edge to Nighthawk Blim.
When
you say adding edge, you mean like it's not sharpened at all?
probably the reverse edge.
Oh.
And I don't recommend doing that because it'll make that tip really brittle and take away all the reasons that a Tonto will go through a car door.
Judith Knife Company's on. I love my cattail. I sold Tim's.
Little Rudy.
Both of them in
she
my
keeps
purse.
them in her purse. Both of them. Hateful. I'm like, where's my freaking Judith? She's like,
Well, I like wearing one as a necklace and I keep the other one.
It's totally true. I'm like, well, I guess.
Okay, he says we've been doing well with the cattails. Thanks again for repping them for us. Can't
Absolutely,
believe the
man.
short is at 2.8 million.
That's insane, man.
I know, it's awesome.
I saw that clip when she shot the video, and I was like, "That's it. That thing is rad."
Well, no, the truth is, I showed him the footage from all the booths, and I showed him your booth, and Tim was like, "That cattail knife is so cool." I was like, "Oh, cool! I'll make a short on it."
Yeah,
so it's all Tim.
That's how she does that. She'll be like, "What? Look for something that you think is cool." It's like, that's the one, and I thought it was really rad. And but don't try to send me another one because she's a dirty, dirty thief. Don't do that. We appreciate you sending us the other one. But by the way, CG.
Thanks, Scorch GM, for gifting 1 TKell Knives membership.
Gus,
guys.
This coffee is freaking incredible. You won't like it, by the way.
Can I taste it?
Yeah, you can, but it's strong. It is.
I thought it was smelling really good.
It's really good.
Cheryl said Joey's mama loves her cattail. Oh, you got one too?
Oh man,
awesome.
Guys, thanks for supporting people that we support.
We like to support nice folks.
On that note, let's look at this. So Zachary Schmidt, he'll be on later. He collab designed on this knife with Very Good Knife Company, and they're also a Georgia knife company, which is really cool, like us. It's called the Lone Star, and it went live last weekend, right? Was that last weekend or weekend before? Anyway, we had set an alarm, and they all sold out but one, and I have the last one that was in stock. I bought
Zachary
this.
is a longtime supporter,
patron, everything,
and I think he sent this design to Jacob at Very Good Knife Company, and he's like Tim, where he'll make designs of people that like his stuff. So that's cool.
Yeah. So, it's a hollow grind. His grind lines are super clean. I can tell he's hand grinding them because I know what it looks like from when I used to hand grind. And this is that Griptex. Is that Griptech? Those guys came by the booth at Blade Show to show me their stuff. But anyway, so this is the Lone Star. People thought I was going to auction this. That is not a true story at all. I am keeping this. This is for me. So 80 CRV2, one of my favorite steels. I think it's got wax on it. Feels like either Ren wax or something else. I use Ren wax on my 80 CRV. But nice looking hollow. Goes down to probably a 10,000 edge. Good looking swedge on the back. And it's comfortable. Comfortable handle. Good kydex. I just wanted to support Zachary because he has sent me a lot of blades and I thought it was cool. And I want to support Jacob because we did a video on him at Blade Show as well. So this will go on my wall. I paid my own monies for this, and I like it. So there's the proof, people.
Tim told me privately that he likes it a lot.
Yeah. And you can get rid of it? He's not. He's not going to get rid of it. You guys turned me into a knife nerd. Accidental. Had no idea that the knife industry was an industry. Started making some cool stuff. C-Dub said you should sell your stuff and quit screwing around in the freaking garage. And I did, and here we are, 6 years later. Almost 6. Our 6th birthday is coming soon.
James Shelton said, is the FLN 2.0 sheath going to be impacted with the current shipping issues, considering that the IPS has temporarily suspended shipping to the U.S.?
What is IPS? Italian.
Whoa!
Yeah!
Oh God,
yeah, man.
Strong. It's good, but you made it really strong.
That is the amount that the thing says to put in the little cup. So that is just because this Greek espresso is that much stronger. This will be a good show. Or I'll get so hyped up for the first hour and I'll just be like narcoleptic for the last hour.
Jason Small said, do you like the handle material, the grip tech?
I don't know yet. I'm not sure what I think about it. Right now, I don't know. Jury's still out. I have a piece that I can run just to do as on the custom side, and I might, but I don't know, man. I don't know if it's my jam.
All right, let's give away a t-shirt in time for spooky season.
Yeah, give away a t-shirt. What were we talking about right before that? Did I like
Denny O'Fools? Congratulations, you won.
Yeah.
Send us an email.
Espresso. Man, thanks, Gus. This is good coffee. Or espresso. Can you call it
Gus
that?
said it's definitely strong coffee.
Yeah, dog. Real strong. He also sent a bunch of other stuff. We might as well talk about that since it's the Gus Power Hour.
Gus Power Hour.
So I thought this was really sweet. I was going through this box last night, and our youngest daughter tried to go ahead and commandeer her necklace last night. So he got these really sweet for the girls on Mykonos. I think I'm saying that correct. But he recently went to his ancestral lands and got the girls these matching. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's beautiful. And it's got this iridescence. And our youngest, Caitlin, was like, "Can I have that now?" I'm like, "Let me show it tomorrow." So thank you for thinking of them. That's really, really nice. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that is really nice.
And I know China hasn't seen it yet, but I know Caitlin was like, "I can't wait." And she loves wearing jewelries. So thank you for thinking of them.
Rock has a question real quick, honey. Question on sharpening 20-degree utility toothy is best ? Possible to make 20-degree like a laser or better for 15-degree?
I think 20 is going to give you the stability, and this is China. And the
hey, Will, you're not on Rewatch Crew.
Nope, it's live. You are live.
1999. Thank you very much. Rewatch Crew today. Just wanted to say thank you to everyone for the extra work going into my Warney DC.
Yeah, absolutely. So he also gave me these coins. I'm not going to read his letter because it's really personal, but some of the stuff is really fascinating. Let me read about these. The coins. Sorry, I'm being quiet.
Are you reading something?
Yeah, I don't want to read his whole thing on air because some people don't want to. But this would have answered my question if I would have pre-read this. The coffee is traditionally
from
prepared.
The future from Jeff Kelly.
So thanks. I love collecting coins of all sorts.
Joey H said, "Eye of Sauron?" ?
Sauron, maybe it does kind of look like that. That's from Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
You know,
Ross said, "Where can we get this excellent coffee from?"
Greece.
What's the brand in case you can order it?
Listen. So I didn't try this one. I tried the other one. It's literally in Greek. So you could probably take a picture, screenshot.
It.
I don't even know what the difference in flavors are. I tried the green one. And this is the brown one, which I think is awesome. But man, I'm going to be drinking a bunch of this.
Oh, that's awesome, AJ. He said, "My blade was recently stolen out of my car. My wonderful girlfriend messaged China and was able to get a replacement quickly without me knowing anything about it."
Yeah, I remember
awesome.
them talking about that going down. So it's really cool. So also, Gus got me an icon. Really cool story behind this. I am going to read that. So let me read this. So this is the monastery of Prusos. It's hidden in the mountains of
Papagalos coffee is what he said.
Okay, cool. Greece is one of the most revered pilgrimage sites in the country. Tradition holds that this miraculous icon of the Virgin Mary, painted by St. Luke, was brought to the area in the 9th century by a monk fleeing iconoclasm in Asia Minor. According to the legend, the icon revealed itself in a cave leading to the foundation of the monastery. Over the centuries, Prosos, I hope I'm saying that right, became not only a spiritual refuge, but also a center of resistance and hope. During the Greek War of Independence in the 1820s, it served as a shelter for fighters, and in the later years, it offered education when schools were scarce in the region. The monastery, dedicated to the Virgin of Prosos, is still active today, drawing pilgrims who seek blessings and healing, while its stunning mountain setting makes it both a religious and cultural landmark of central Greece. So, thank you very much. it means a lot when you send things that have such a deep meaning to us, to you and to us. So this was painted by Luke. Did I hear that right? Yeah, St. Luke.
Honey, what all is
got-
going to be on the drop on September 15th?
Look, I'm talking about this that Gus gave me. I'm gonna hang this in the room down here somewhere. I wasn't able to fit Frank's TKell bunker thing on the wall yet. I got to rearrange some stuff, but thank you guys so much.
When are we getting Frank's knives? Like, aren't we gonna auction that knife they did?
I don't know. I was supposed to name it, and I asked Lee for a picture, hoping it would inspire me. But typically, I have them in hand, kind of think about the use case, look at them, and that helps me get a naming convention for it. But I don't have it.
Okay, so 003 Piranha. We're calling it the 2.0 because it's jumped and upgraded and whatnot.
Right, and the Outrider, which is rebadging the Sapper and highlighting its camping and bush clearing and farming abilities. Because I think even from the TTOS, the tracking school, they really liked it. Sear guys liked it. I felt like we were pigeonholing that. So you can order the original Sapper in the OD green just as it is, click and buy. It's got the mine searching line and all that, but also the Outrider is not going to have the line, and you'll be able to get it in more colors. So I think that knife is really it. We've missed a lot of people knowing about it because we didn't push it in the right areas. So the Outrider,
which
also,
you don't have one over there.
I mean, I have a Sapper, but this is not the latest version.
Frank EDC said thought about Sentinel or something like that. It's on the way to Hunter. Why is it going to Hunter?
Because he's got to photograph it.
Oh, okay.
That's what Lee told me.
A sharp Southerner.
So this is the Sapper, but the Outrider has got the jimping and it's got a bigger choke point on it. And that's it. That's what we've done differently. And you can get it in multiple colors. So I like the name Outrider because it really describes Emery as a person. He's kind of on the fringe, a warrior. The definition of that. He's a really capable guy in a whole lot of different realms. So he does more than just demolition. So I still wanted to honor him with the name.
Are you dropping those in September also?
Yes.
Okay.
So here's the thing. They're done. The blades are done at heat treat. The Piranhas are done and at heat treat. And the 003s are done with heat treat, nickel boron, battle worn, and back here.
You have a new 001 here?
Yes.
I like it. Sharp said, Bob on Knife Junkie just showed off the new 001. When will it be available?
That we're going to make it on the 15th. Instead, that'll be October the 1st. And the reason being that batch is taking longer because Kowalski kind of dropped the ball twice, and then we paused them twice, and now they're back up, and we are waiting. There are some people that wanted to hold out on the last batch where Valhalla had ruined a bunch of the blades, and we didn't quite have enough to fulfill pre-orders.
So they've been waiting for like a year.
They've been waiting for like a year. So I want to get their 001s in their hands before I drop the new ones. And they did opt to wait for the new model. So that's the reason I have 800 of those blades, and I keep pushing it back and back and back and back because there's like 96 orders of that original 800 drop that they opted to hold. So I think it's gross if I do a drop on a new blade and there's 100 people waiting. So I'm not going to do that. I do have the blades done though, so that's the positive part. And I don't have one here.
Just really. Spec Mike said, got my 001 this week, worth the wait.
Yeah. I'm telling you,
finally,
man, that new one is. Thank you for saying that, and that's the impression that I want. I don't want people to have to wait like 11, 12 months.
People asking about reverse Tontos, please email because those should just be like a grip color.
Mm-hmm. And we have a lot of battle lock grips in those, so I'm holding this box for no reason.
Oh, I was asking if you had a 001.
I don't, which is dumb. I don't have the new one, which is really strange.
You have the 003.
I do have the new 03. Let me just.
Spec Mike, it was 1 day short of a year, LOL. Wow.
Happy anniversary!
Did you bring the giant 007 from Jason Small?
Yeah.
A bunch of people didn't see that because not everybody watches Whatnot. So
Yeah, I didn't want to murder myself over not being a diva, you know what I mean? Like not getting enough money for time on the other customs. Okay, the 03. I mean, let's just pause. Just for a moment. Look at this really dark battle worn. Bob DeMarco calls it terraced, but we put these grooves in here to reduce cutting. It's just a beautiful, beautiful knife. This one is AUBL. So this is the new 03. These are what's dropping on the 15th. So these are going to be a pre-order, but they're not going to be a 3 to 6 months because the blades are done. So the Piranhas, blades are done. I still want to call it the Sapper. The Outrider, blades are done. So these all three
Fish Ranch, you missed it.
will look more like Whatnot. A 1 to 3. So this is dropping. I believe Mike Barbarian Brawny has the only Piranha with jimping. No, what did I do with it? I tossed one in the sink.
Fallon Bell asking about updates from the EDC drop, Raider or Striker.
Raider or Strikers are almost back to me, so they'll be done very, very soon. So
Kane Miranda, yeah.
Okay.
Umberto has used Tom Veth serrations before, and we saw his work on the CW folder.
So this is a green blade, what we call a green blade, which means it's not been heat treated yet. So it's soft. That explains the color. But here's what makes it a 2.0. We added jimping, and I put it farther up, so it gives you a little bit of traction here. And we thinned the edge out, so you see how it's a center edge, and we raise the grind up. So that's what's new about the Piranha. That's why it's called the 2.0. Kept the swedge the same because this little blade does really well acting like a full-size blade. And when we get the extended grips back in stock, this knife will be a nice full-handled grip. Let me just put it together.
Robert Lloyd, the 002 isn't the most clicky sheath that we have, but the retention should be there.
Yeah, it doesn't click. It's a really tall blade, so it doesn't have as much of that spring in the. So when you have a blade that's taller, you've got a lot more kydex between here and here, so it doesn't have that really the hard tension.
Everybody's doing hashtag Blim. Are y'all ready for me to give away a knife?
You think?
I like it sharp. Knives available for purchase now. Adversary.
Adversaries are over there. Warthogs may be over there.
Some Blims if you're looking for something specific.
All right, so let me show you what this would look like with the extended grip. It's this little side project with the extended grips. It'll fit the Piranha.
Charles Tejada said, "Think Tim is sad about the knife I won."
What did you win?
Were you the one that bought the custom on Whatnot? I can't remember.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, I think he did. I'm not positive.
Yeah, because you said, oh, yeah, because you didn't recognize his screen name, but then he said, I'm Charles Tejada. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
No, he's not sad. He's happy. We're happy that a supporter got it and everything.
I'm sad to lose it, for sure. Because I really...
Nautilus update, too, people are asking.
I really liked it. So the remakes are at heat treat. I don't have them back from there yet. They're not at nickel boron yet. So if you guys will see when you get thicker steel on, say, the Piranhas, these extended grips, there's a gap because the worn EDC is thinner, but we're going to make a little piece to go in there. If it bothers you, it doesn't me. I just tighten it down. But look, so that's what the Piranha will look like with the full grip. So then you get a full handle out of your Piranha if you don't want it to be a tiny little pocket knife. And we should have these in full colors coming soon. So it really changed the aesthetic minimally to add the jimping and raise this up, but it's going to make it a much slicier, but still maintain that piercing ability. So I'm really excited. So Piranhas, we didn't tell anybody that they were almost done because
I never did the hashtag Blim, but like so many people are doing this. I guess I am doing it.
So the Adversary Vampires were super popular. And the way I made the mold for the combatant grips, the combatant grip mold and the Nautilus share the same mold. So when I shoot a set of grips for a combatant, I also get a set of Nautilus.
The giveaway is for a blim, apparently.
So I did 50 of those. They're leading you.
Yeah.
So I did 50 of the combatants for the Adversary Vampire drop, and I have these Nautilus that were, there's pitting underneath the nickel
But
boron.
look how good it looks. You're saving them.
So there's these like pitting, but they're nickel boron, so they're fully protected, and they're AEBL. And I put the apocalyptic finish on this one and said, do you guys want me to do a vampire Nautilus drop of these? I can easily do that. I can get with Badger Claw and get him to make me a leather sheath. As a matter of fact, I sent him this. I sent him one so that he could make me a custom sheath with red stitching because I knew that you would say yes.
They said yes.
So there's also, if you guys are still waiting on your naughty list, Nautilus, we could apocalypse yours, but you'll have to understand that part of that apocalyptic finish, can you even see the little tiny micro holes? It's hard to
see them. It does help cover them for sure.
They're there, but it does add to that apocalyptic. It's been through war. Can you see it on this? My preview screen on this other secondary thing is tiny, so I can't really see. Plus my contacts suck.
They're not showing up on
Okay,
camera.
you could see them if you look for them. But these use the standard.
We did not have any adversaries left with the red grips, did we?
No. I made 50. But the byproduct of that was 50 of the blood red grips in the Nautilus too. So I could do a vampire run of those too. And they would be just as exclusive. And let's face it, this guy looks wicked. I mean, the grip on this thing is so good because I pushed that handle forward or that drop forward. And
back, Mike, I don't see why not if you want to mail it in. He asked if he could send in a striker that he has that has some pits.
For Apocalypse?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could. I think I'm going to have to add the apocalyptic service to people. It takes a long time. It's a 5-step chemical process and a bake, and then we have to resharpen and the pre-treatment process, and it's a lot.
All right, since y'all begged for this, it's currently going on, but just in case you didn't see it, hashtag blim.
They psyoped you on that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all of a sudden I saw like 12 people doing hashtag blim.
They're texting each other, man. They're okay.
Yeah, for people asking, yeah, you can.
So that's yes to a leather badger claw with red stitching, custom sheath, and a Nautilus vampire drop.
People love it.
This thing
Jason's
is
mom, no, it doesn't make it too large. It's great on the Guardian, the Sentry grip, and also the extended grip.
And if you, it'll fit on Striker, Raider, Warthog, Guardian, Taylor's Ridge. So you've got that option. And maybe next year I'll bring that Tonto back because I really liked it. So these two are a couple blades that I made this week. Having fun. So this is a Huntsman in the apocalyptic finish, but I used a Nautilus grip, which is how it was originally designed. I was going to put this on the auction on the whatnot auction.
Fun fact. It was supposed to be like this.
It was.
The ring was that Jeremy, who does our blades,
no, it was the water jet people, B&J. I thought it was Jeremy, but then I thought back through that, and the guys that
trying to throw Jeremy under the bus.
No, I just thought back and said no. They made the blanks, and then we had to back into it. So I forgot that the guy who did the CAD work just added the ring because he thought it was supposed to be on the Night Stalker grip. So that's what happened. So we just went with it because it was cool. But it was originally supposed to be a shorty grip like this, and since I already had the Nautilus platform, I just ground. Actually, this is from my Kydex mold. So I pulled Jacob did. He's like, you should make a Huntsman. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to cave to their demands. I'm not going to make it in a ring version. I'm going to make it in a custom version. So
You're so ornery.
I know. But how rad is this? I might bring it back like this because it's cool. But everybody will probably cry. Do you actually want it in a ring grip?
Yeah, y'all comment what you think about it.
I guess then we would have to make the aluminum extended ring to turn it back into a Huntsman. Right? Everybody needs a pocket cleaver for miniature cheese, I guess. I don't know. So the other one laying on the table.
Small says he feels like he's yelling into the wind. Will there ever be a 006? Tell me the story.
There is. I mean, it's already designed. We just have had to back off on newer blades this year because of steel issues, production problems, whatnot. So there is a 006. It's a TKell, and it's really cool, and I like it. So
Fish Ranch gave $10 for the Night Huntsman, honey.
So by saying Night Huntsman, that means they want the ring on it, or at least he does. So
yeah, y'all comment.
I may auction this on this week's Whatnot, but we're gonna do some production stuff. We're gonna find some production knives that aren't currently out for sale.
Gear, new member.
If we don't, thank you, by the way. If we don't do the customs on this one, I haven't decided yet. Because for me to put the amount of time that it takes into making something like this,
yeah, he's been a grinding fool lately.
Yeah, just kind of getting back into the grinder. Some people said it looked like an Ops striker, but if you look, it's vastly different. So, I mean, kinda. The flat's in a different place. It doesn't have a drop. This has a harpoon. So this one's raised where the Ops striker is dropped down. That's the length. This may be shorter. Yeah, it's a touch shorter, about a 1/4 inch shorter. There's your blade profile side by each. Now it does use the Ops grip, but then it has the same blade length as an Ops Hawk. But we had another company try to make Ops Hawks for us, and they made them way too thick.
Yeah, y'all comment below with these two options. Stephen Clayton said 2 option Huntsman equals no ring, Night Huntsman.
Right.
With ring.
Yep, that's it. You figured it out, Stephen. That guy and me think a lot alike. So what you'll see about the Super 7 is how this thumb ramp is pushed much further forward, so you get a hard forward press. This is a little bit wider of a swedge, and then it has more of that aggressive, wicked 007 angle to it. So, and it's done in the Apocalyptic finish. There's no nickel boron on this. This is a custom grind I did, and it's got a carbon fiber grip. But look at this thing. I think it does fit in the sheath. Yeah, so it fits in the sheath of an Ops striker just fine. It's got a little bit of rattle.
I'm seeing people like them both, but Fish Ranch is adamant about Night Huntsman.
So that's a vote for Huntsman, Night Huntsman. So these all could effectively be production knives at some point, or I can continue to just grind one-off stuff and use my eye and make something without sketching it first and then come up with stuff like this, or all the other customs were all one-offs too that we've done. This is more of a playing around. Just took an existing knife and cut the rough and shaped it to a Nautilus. So
a lot of people are saying they like the regular Huntsman without the ring.
Yeah. Remember that guy? What was his name? That did that crazy flippy video with the Huntsman years ago?
That's one of our older customers. I don't remember his name though.
Something with a B. It's an Italian name. Anyway, really cool. And then I mentioned him like publicly, and then he quit following us, which is weird. Whoops.
I'm sure it was a coincidence.
No, he got angry. Yeah, he sent a message. Bandacci or something like that.
Let's see. Grip shape is different than the Agent series, right? That was the Ops.
Yeah, so let me show you 007. Okay. Yeah, where's my 007? I'll just show
What's
you.
in the pockets, Tim? And Tim, can we get a pocket check?
That's the same thing. Same question twice.
Two different people.
All right, so I'll just show you an agent grip next to the ops grip. So let's just for reference point, they're very, very different. So see, the agent grip is much more compact. Doesn't have the full length.
Robert Lloyd said, can you show an adversary?
Yeah, so the hook is tighter on this, and this isn't so much of a hook. The finger well's a little deeper on the agent series. This secondary, it's a little not as deep, so shallower on the ops. And the spacing is a little bit wider on the ops. The ops grip is designed to give you more of a full purchase. And I just narrowed up the agent series grip to try and...
Hey, honey.
Uh-huh.
MA said, what's your DC today, Tim? And what are you currently carrying? LOL.
Three requests now. So blade-wise, fixie, I'm carrying the 003
with super steel
and the new super duper titanium stainless steel. The testing that I've been doing on this thing is freaking ridiculous. Actually, yesterday we went on a drive and we were hiking, and I was getting back in the truck and my bag caught on the hook and pulled it out of the sheath, and I dropped it tip down on the concrete. And it did nothing, which shocked me.
It really holds an edge.
It holds a stupid edge. I mean, a ridiculous edge. This is just raw, naked, as we call them in my side of the business. But
Milspec Mike, titanium must be super light.
The weight is lighter than standard stainless. The magic behind the titanium is that it's not that they're forming titanium carbides, which is making the blade hard. But it's super easy to sharpen, and the edge retention is ridiculous. The temper is a low temperature. It's like 300 degrees, which is crazy. The quench is what's going to prevent home heat treaters from doing it, because it has to be done at 10 bar, which is a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. When you start getting in, I don't know what that would equate to PSI-wise, because it's not the same type of measurement, but it's really, really... Really?
What's the actual name of the steel?
I'm not releasing that yet, because I've been instrumental in the process. I've been working with Carpenter for a long time on this, and I want to be first to market with it. So I'm hiding it. It's new. It's never been done.
King of Knives! Woo! King of Knives. We love him.
What happened?
He won.
Oh, good. You didn't say you won. I just thought he said something celebratory, and you're like, yay, happy Sunday.
Happy King of Knives.
Happy King of Knives Day. Officially August 31st. Yeah. So I'm not releasing it yet, but the name of the steel, it's letters and numbers. I wanted to name it like TKellian or KTX, and they were not going for that because it's going to be a huge splash. But we are going to be the knife company to debut it, and everybody's heard of Carpenter. Everybody. And they're
Murdoch's
starting.
crew says that Huntsman's going home with me, CW. Auction that bad boy off.
So we're going to do it Thursday.
And Casey noticed that you had a new belt.
I did, and that is courtesy. I guess he doesn't care, right, Daniel?
No, he don't care.
Rotenberg. So he's been after me. Actually, he sent me a gift certificate to Tenacore, I don't know, 6 months ago, probably. Long time. Because I always was talking about the 511 trainer belt. I hate the name of the 511 trainer belt because it makes it seem like you have training wheels, but it's what they use for their range trainers belt. The guys training people. You're the trainer, not potty training.
Beef stick. I'm not sure if we got multicam combatant grips. I don't think
I don't think so.
But
I don't think so.
email
We have all the material, and it's in process of being cut, but our guy's inundated right now. But this is the Tenacore Zero. He said it'll change your life, and that's all I'm ever wearing, again, until I find something new. I've been wearing the 511 trainers for 10 years, probably, and I switched officially. So thank you for that. This thing is so slimline, and look at this. It just slides through, so the buckle is really, really tiny. And one of the biggest things, and Daniel's told me this, it's a lot easier to conceal anything on your gun because it tucks behind it. So it's thin, and you just push it in like that, and it grabs. It won't move. But see how much less my knife prints because it's not sticking it out?
Oh, sorry. Do that again.
Sorry, it prints a lot less because it's not. Normally, you'd have a belt buckle in here pointing this
Hunter
out.
just posted it right here.
The Tenacore?
Uh-huh.
So every time I would go to order it, I sign up for their email alert that it's back in stock. And I would see the email an hour later, and they'd be out of stock. So I had to get a size bigger than I wear now. But what's really cool is that it's so low profile, and it's light, and it doesn't make all that rattly noise. And I don't know, you can't really see that the belt buckle doesn't stick out at all. It lays flat, which means it doesn't hit my handle, which means appendix knife carry is much more concealable because I carry 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock.
Paradoxical Charlatan said, any thoughts on a saltwater knife like a marine raider or diver?
So if we're going to make one, the new steel being titanium based, the salt spray tests were 4 million times stronger than any other stainless that they ever tested, which means it would be, because it's titanium based, and the parent steel started as a 420 stainless, so it was really corrosion resistant to begin with, but then they removed the carbon and added titanium and a couple other
Chris wants to know
materials.
if they're going to be, like, what the price comparison will be.
What?
How much will blades in your new steel cost compared to the current steels you use?
Now, here's the cool part. I think we're not going to see a price change in steel because it is not a powdered metallurgy steel. It is a forged steel, which is crazy. So it is like a fold it and roll it type of steel, not a powdered steel, which means it'll be a lot cheaper to manufacture. You don't have to you don't have to grind a can off. You don't have to service it or any of that crazy stuff. So I think as of now, the 60-ton melt starts in a few days, 5 days, I think. That's a big bunch of steel. We'll know more. This is the first production run of it ever being made, and it's being made in PA, which is really cool, in Latrobe, and rolled there. So 100% American made, which is incredible.
Beef stick, you can just get either of the 4 battle lock colors, and then we'll ship your multicam when it comes in. It's black, gray, OD, and coyote tan.
I talked with our heat treater, Kowalski, about, since this heat treat process is so different than anything else, it uses 3 cryos too, which is crazy. And anyway, but they said that the heat treat price is not going to go up. It's just a different process than they've ever done before, but they kind of specialize in that material science part of stuff. And interestingly enough, to get a proper hardness testing, we had to use a different scale, the C15 scale, which is crazy. So it's a much more detailed hardness scale. The HRN, so you've got a number like 92 HR15N. That's the hardness of the steel, and it doesn't equate into an HRC. That's around a 61 HRC, but because of the nature of the steel and the fact that it's titanium carbides, it tests differently. And they have to do this where they use a microfilm and super polish the steel, but then when we polish the steel, it pushed the Rockwell too. Percentage is higher. It's a crazy animal. So to effectively get a good hardness test on it, we have to use a different process too. So there's going to be some teaching people about it, but then when you see how it performs, you're going to be like, holy crap, I see why you're excited. So
Raymond Johnson asked about 004s and 005s.
I'm hoping the same story with the 001s as with the 4s and 5s. They got held back. The blades are done. The blades are at heat treat.
Well, he's coming next week. So he can just pick it up if we have them.
Hopefully. So I'm supposed to get an update Tuesday on when those are going to come back to me.
Hey, a couple people asked about DP1s also.
What were we waiting on? I think it was just grips because we have sheaths.
Yeah, and Tim Till said any updates on Hades grip for DP1.
Yeah, that's the hold. So we got all the material. Well, it's supposed to be 10 months on the material, or 10 weeks, excuse me, 10 months. Woo! But they got it done about twice as fast, and we got all the material landed at the machine shop. But now we're having to chop it up. But then a competitor of ours has a huge order that got placed in front of ours. So we're waiting on machine time, which is the story of my life, which is why I so desperately consider taking bank loans or doing the Founders Club stuff, because I could bring everything in house, which means a lot of machines. But
And then they asked about your pocket check. Do you have anything new? Because you always have the same exact.
I mean, I got the one thing in my pocket that I think is coming in time for Halloween that I'm not going to show because it's awesome. You know what I'm talking about, C-Dub. I don't think there's anything different that has changed with my pockets.
Yeah, it's like tried and true. You love it.
Yeah, once I find something I love. The only thing that's recently changed was I switched from my Leatherman Mutt because they don't make them anymore and it's exclusive. And I got to send it to Leatherman because one of the blade locks. But I have the Leatherman Arc that Chuck Marsh gave me.
Did you bring Chuck's package down here?
It's over here. We got to talk about that publicly because he's too kind. And we're not going to let him be that kind. We'll let him be partially kind. But I carry the Arc. I did recently upgrade to the Surefire Stiletto 2.0 because it has dual lenses and it is crazy stupid bright. And C-Dub and I use this on our walks every morning. Car keys are normal.
William Treadway said, is that the one thing you mentioned a few weeks ago but wouldn't say what it was because somebody would copy it?
Yes. Not this. This thing is in my pocket that's not coming out until
Rock Out Eyes. Does the new steel also decrease the wait time on production? Or
yes.
will it be about the same?
Yes, because sorry, I didn't mean to hit my mic and deafen everyone. I will be the first person in the world to get the steel, and I can buy as much of that 60 tons as I want. First, I get first dibs. There's a good portion of that is going into the aerospace industry because there are some super cool parts that I don't even know about, but they're used in some neat stuff that I can't say anything about. Because of the abilities of this steel to withstand strength-wise, it's going to be used in some super special projects. But the other portion is going to go to knife stuff, and I get to buy as much as I want, which means I'll have it. So I'm trying to make room in my warehouse or our shop to store it so that I want to buy a year's worth of steel at a time, which is expensive.
Judith Knife Company said, I'd love to play with a piece of it.
I should have some sample pieces. Are you outsourcing your heat treat? If not, that 10-bar quench is going to get in the way. It's a standard stainless steel, so you've got like a 900 for 45 minutes, and then to room temperature, but not accelerate.
All right, everybody.
And then you've got
here's what you're playing for.
A 2650.
Drop down and give me 20 since you want to sweat so bad.
Me?
No, I'm just being dumb.
I was going to say,
I did the hashtag sweat, but I didn't even tell him what it was for.
Nice. I do. I haven't done calisthenics.
Judith said they do all Nitro V.
Okay. So that 10-bar negative pressure.
So it's for sweatshirt, guys. We're getting into going into.
Reach out offline because you're not going to be able to quench it in negative pressure at that kind of pressures. One, it's freaking dangerous, and most people don't have a pressurized quench chamber, so that it doesn't see oxygen from heat to quench. But the other stuff is pretty standard. You've got a dual stainless, which is pretty normal for some of the higher end stainlesses at a 900, and then a back to room, and then 2650 for 45 minutes, and then back to room. But then after that secondary cooling, you've got to go into liquid nitro.
You got a sweatshirt over there you can show what we might be giving away?
Did you bring me one earlier?
I did.
So that means
How's the heat treat on the sweatshirt, honey?
The heat treat on the sweatshirt is great. It's very elasticy. It will treat your heat well. It holds heat in.
It may be this. It may be a Be Less Dumb. That one's Tim's used sweatshirt. It got some stains on it.
This is my favorite one. That I wear this one more than any, though. this one with the Built for Life, Ready for Combat on the back, which coincidentally we had to remove from our website because we like to not get shut down ever again. So you guys can finally remember the days when we were not scared of communism. Here at TKell Knives.
Sven Devitt Grammaticus, hello. Even I'm not the first, but the 005 from January is October realistic.
Yeah, because they're done. The blades are done. They're just at heat treat. Once we get those back, they may be. I got to get a good count of exactly what's at nickel boron. It's only 5 miles from here, so I should be able to just drop in, but I have no life outside of making knives. But I did take an hour's drive yesterday.
Do y'all have a fall? Do y'all even have fall temperatures in Arizona?
People fall off the Grand Canyon. Sometimes that happens. I saw a guy trip once and he fell.
Crazy.
So dumb. What a goon. But I'll stop my stuff. I don't know. That's what happened. Let's have some water because Gus's freaking coffee got me all jacked up and I'm trying to.
Murdoch's crew, $49.99. First 50 towards the Huntsman.
Not Night Huntsman. I see.
No, he said he's going to buy that Huntsman on auction if we auction it.
Do we have to apply that? We have to get that from
Extended
YouTube.
grips are being shipped to us.
That's one thing I was going to do. Let me see where they're at because his stuff usually comes faster FedEx.
What knives are you planning to do first in the new steel? You have any plans?
It's whatever is up next.
Random American, I'm not sure on Warrior grips. What blade? Oh, for 007? I don't believe we got those in yet, but we can check. You can send an email. Let me member for 4 months. Awesome.
Thanks, dude. Let me see.
God bless Christopher. Are the striker knives close to being ready to ship from Dale?
They're at heat treat. We have about 5,000 blades at heat treat. Sorry, I'm not ignoring everyone. I'm trying to find this FedEx thing because they should have been here, which is weird.
Awkward silence while Tim searches for stuff on his phone.
This is pretty standard, right?
What's the release date on the new steel? And then Judith Knife Company said with titanium and the new steel, is it more flammable in production grinding?
I don't know. I've never caught titanium on fire.
Is it flammable?
Apparently.
I don't know anything about it.
Apparently it is. I've never really ground. I don't know where the H this is. Anyway, they should have been here, which does concern me.
Can you show the adversary?
No. I'm obviously just text messaging people.
Rock Out Eyes. Wait, did the Night Stalkers actually end up dropping in, what was it, June or July? I thought those got canceled. They ended up getting removed from knife releasing.
Yeah, we haven't dropped them yet. I keep pushing it back. So here's what I want to do. Because there's people waiting on these makeup batches, I want to do the 01s, the 03s. No, 01s, 04s, 05s, Night Stalkers. That's what I want to do October the 1st. That's the plan, which means that my freaking Kydex needs to come through like super yesterday.
Okay, they said the shavings and dust is very explosive.
We CNC. So here's the thing. If you're gonna,
well, if you do grind some custom stuff, so
yeah, I haven't. I mean, I do have
I guess
one.
You need to be careful.
I mean, I'm stupid anyway. So we'll see. What is that?
It's one like your radio or something.
Which is weird because none of them are on.
Roz said, "Can you please show the folder on the close-up camera?"
That is really strange.
And then Judith's Knife Company said grinding titanium is really exciting. It's also really hard to grind, but that's straight titanium.
Yeah, so this is, so think about like a AEBL or Nitro V. It's around a 1% carbon or maybe a little over. So they replace the carbon with titanium, and I do know the percentages, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But I did sign an NDA that I wouldn't release.
Jeremy said there shouldn't be enough titanium in the new steel to be a fire hazard.
Exactly what I was getting at. So if you look at 1% of an entire piece that's carbon in a Nitro V that you're familiar with grinding, so you're looking at 1% titanium. I got to figure out what that is.
Going crazy.
I don't even know what radio that is because they're all turned off. That's really weird.
Yeah, that's pretty strange. Let me give away this sweatshirt while
I see it. That one was on. So what's interesting about that radio going nuts is that's one of my SHTF radios that monitors like emergency channels, and it's like losing its mind over there. No worries, it's just nuclear attack or something.
John GP84.
Hope you guys have a Geiger counter.
Sweatshirt.
Just kidding.
Please send us an email to claim your win.
You like how Jeremy in like 4 seconds is like, there's not going to be enough to be flammable. It takes me 10 minutes to describe what he said. But that's what I was going to tell Judith. Since you're used to, it's grandmother's name, or his mom's.
Kay said it's like the movie Frequency. I love that movie. That's a
great movie. Let's watch that today and turn our phones off and just disappear from the world. While I show the adversary that people keep asking for. So there's an adversary diamond shaped tip. Anyway, 1% titanium is not going to be enough to make it flammable, as opposed to grinding a 100% titanium piece of stuff. I don't think. I mean, I don't want to give guarantees. They do want me to do distributor on this steel, so maybe I will have to guarantee it. But the adversary has a drop away on the thumb, so that you can get that forward press, a la Michael Janich, but he had nothing to do with this knife design. So you can still get that push. And then, so I put a swedge on the back, but left full blade thickness here, so that would strengthen the tip. But then you got that really thin tip, 10th edge, so it'll slice like crazy. And this, I don't understand. People overlook this knife, but for what a Wharncliffe is used for, to have a strong reinforced tip, I think it's a pretty incredible blade.
Yeah, y'all people are crazy. Y'all need to. This is one of the best knives we make.
I mean,
I'm just kidding. A lot of y'all love it, but it is a really good knife.
I mean, maybe people think they're weird looking.
Yeah, he just said the other day, I don't think I'm going to make the Wharncliffe folder, and I'm like, why? I love it. He said because people aren't.
They didn't respond to the adversary.
The adversary, so.
I mean, here's the Wharncliffe folder. What we would have to do to make it consistent is, sorry, there's a screw. We'd have to add the diamond shaped tip, the swedges, put the drop away, bring the grind up, and put my jimping.
Matt Peak says, I love my adversary. Frankie DC knives warnings are always my go-to.
Yeah.
Martino, I love warnies.
It's not a problem for me to do a Kickstarter on the
4 months.
Folder version of this. But I found out today, after I launched a Kickstarter, that nobody wanted me to launch it on Kickstarter, and they didn't tell me that crap before today. But whatever, guys. We'll fight later.
Yeah, y'all just let them go through the whole process.
Yeah, I mean, I follow these people.
We are.
Yeah, then I launch it. And they're like, yeah, you're an idiot. Nobody likes Kickstarter. I'm like, what? I can't wait to back you on Kickstarter. And then it launches. You're like, you're an idiot for Kickstarter. I'm never backing you there. That's so last year. But that's what we're doing. I figured I'd try Kickstarter instead of a 6 month pre-order. But the goal of these is to delivery before Christmas, because we have material secured, the prototyping is done, all the blades are finished, we got the clips are done, the mechanisms, bearings, all that stuff is sourced. So just our OEM in Colorado, not California. I don't think you're allowed to make sharp stuff in California. We're not selling spoons here. Sharp stuff.
Any plans to ever get into the OTF knife build?
Man, if I knew how to build one, I already would, because I like them.
John Taylor III said, please make the adversary folder. That's the one I want.
Oh, well, there you go. Just because of John.
And then Machotero said, adversary is hands down my favorite fixed blade that I own, and probably on the top 3 of all my knives. Awesome. Thank you very much.
People are overlooking it, man.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's got a great sheath. It's comfortable. It's awesome.
Here's the thing, guys. Let's look. I like OTFs a lot. I like them a lot. A lot. most of
Yeah,
these
I
are.
have 2 of those in my purse.
Yeah. She has two of my most expensive ones in her purse, and they were gifts. But guess what? She wins because she is she.
Captain Ricky said a DP1 Warncliffe would be sick.
Dude, didn't I send you the picture of that? And you chose the other one? By the way, if you know Nick, Captain Ricky, punch him in the face. Because he decided to go to a vacation in the Mediterranean rather than to send me the 3D files on the DP2 so that we can do the Captain Ricky special edition of that. So I'm on it. He ain't on it and shit.
Jason Small said, is that a Station 9 knife on the wall? Station 9?
I've heard of them. I don't know. I had so many knives as gifts. I don't think so. But in this drawer, there are 30 ring knives. This is my ring knife collection of not my make. And then I've got this drawer of folders. These start at about $500 and go up, and there's like 30 in there.
Derek Finley said, have you seen the Tor Jank Shank? That's the Warncliffe blade shape I want. Don't we have one of those back there?
As a matter of fact, in my ring knife collection, I think this is the Jank Shank, right?
Is that the Jank Shank?
It's kind of a Warncliffe. I mean, the tip is center line rather than down by the grip, but it is a flat blade. So I guess you could classify it as a Warncliffe. So yeah, that's the Jank Shank.
Can you show the newest Night Stalker CG from Joshua Mazer?
There you go. The newest what?
CG.
CG.
Nick Martino, I think a TKell Protec would be awesome. Peach was trying to get that going for us, but he never heard back.
Yeah,
and I don't know them enough.
It'd be great, but collabs are really difficult to get. Typically, it depends on how much money you got. But if you're like me, you're nice. And if you want to collab with somebody that's got really cool ideas, then you'll do it. So that's the CG.
The CG has not changed.
It has not changed. It is the OG. It does have the higher end grinding, so a little bit of rounding here, still jimping there. The thicker glass breaker. We did make the jimping deeper on the newest model.
Starbucks French Roast Brewing from Fort Worth. Cheers from Texas. We love y'all. We love y'all too.
Well, thank you guys. So that's the CG right there. I don't really have any plans to do any of changes to it because it already was really, really good. Just a thicker version. Looking to see if I
Are you going to make a more embossed logo?
Like that? That's.
Is that a deep engraving?
Yeah, all of our new stuff has a deep engraving. See, these are deep instead of surface.
Tim, would you ever want one of your knives to be featured in a movie or TV show? What character should carry your knife?
I actually have heard a couple of times that it is. I just don't know who. It'd be a huge honor, but I've met a lot of people that are considered famous, and I treat them like normal people, and sometimes that bothers them. To me, somebody that's doing a whole lot of good as far as protect and serve and means a lot.
Hunter said we need John Wick with a TKell.
But that's a make-believe person, right?
It's still a character from the movie.
Yeah, I guess. You told me I've seen John Wick.
Captain Ricky said, are you guys doing any more pins with Brenda from Big Idea Design?
I haven't talked to Brenda. We did a great thing. They sold out in an hour and a half, and Brenda ghosted me. He brought his really cool Porsche to my shop, showed it off, talked about how awesome his hair was.
Kane Miranda, member for 2 months. Woohoo!
He's disappeared.
Warthog update, and are they battle worn or no?
Yes, they will be battle worn. They may be at battle worn right now. They're either finishing up heat treat and already at nickel born, or we're waiting to get them to. They're going to be busy over there. That's just because we had to pause Kowalski. But yeah, I did talk to them about doing a different product, a different Big Eye product, because the pins were on our end a lot of work because we had to take them apart, and being that they don't assemble in house, they didn't have to do anything. They just give them to me and let me plate them, and that was so freaking difficult.
Travis, we've been doing Whatnots weekly at 2 p.m. on Thursday, 2
Mhm.
p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
insane.
so will CGs be battle worn and have that more embossed logo?
I gotta. Jeremy hasn't started doing the embossed logos or engraved logos yet, but we may be able to more easily now that we're surface grinding, precision grinding everything. The reason we stopped doing that was because the steel would come in varying thicknesses, and if you touched your tool off to the flatness on one, by the time you get to the 200, it may be thicker or thinner, and it was screwing the logos up. But that may be a possibility. Maybe. If not, we can explore lasering those in pre-heat treat. So the answer is maybe. Since that's what we do with the DP1s, we put the Donald E. Pace signature in that post, whatever. But back on the DP2 that I want to do with Captain Ricky, that's a really cool sheep's foot. I believe I was talking to Pete at New Jersey Steel Baron this week, and he's like, hey, I need you to approve the design from Nick because he's already put the steel order in for those blades. And I'm like, he never sent me the 3D file. So they're ready to rip them out. I might just be like, sure, fine. If you match the sketches that I did, then that's good to go.
A TKell Notorious EDC beer bomb collab would be cool from Hunter.
I have one of those.
Notorious EDC. Is that popular? Yeah.
Yeah. This is the beer bomb. I have one, and I've met him. He's a really nice guy. For making such an aggressive tool, he is.
Captain Ricky said, "Okay, good. I thought you forgot about me, Tim."
No, I've been meaning to reach out. It's just been crazy. But yeah.
Rider 308. I didn't think I'd like the Adversary, but it's my most used knife. I'm telling y'all have to try the Adversary.
If you like a Wharncliffe blade, it was designed to do Wharncliffe-y things, if you know what I'm saying. It's a slicer, but if you guys didn't see Melissa's video where she took the Adversary and she had a ballistic skull and she was stabbing that thing through that ballistic skull and it did nothing to the tip, there were so many comments like, you know, that tip broke, they just didn't show it on camera. It didn't. She is even surprised. She was talking to C-Dub like, I didn't break the tip. So that's one of the things about a Wharncliffe. Even Janich, who's really popularized that blade style. So here's a Janich designed Wharncliffe, the Yojimbo Spyderco. So one of the things that he says is that if you're going to have a Wharncliffe and you use it for what it's designed for, and you break the tip, buy another one because it saved your life. So that's Michael Janich. So he really popularized, but what I did was, rather than have that laser thin hollow, I made it thin up to here, but then swedged the back and made it diamond shaped so you could pierce with it. So.
Hey, don't forget to mention Chuck Marsh's stuff.
Oh, yeah. So.
Adversaries are perfect for trimming window tint. Just saying, LOL. Oh, that's a tough job. I'm used to working in an auto body place.
Man, I've done so much freaking window tint in my life. It is so frustrating. And then the pros would come in and just, I'm like, whatever. I hate your face. Why am I dealing with this? What was I supposed to do?
Chuck Marsh.
Oh, yeah. Chuck. Chuckles. All right. We're going to open Chuck's stuff. Look. It sliced the letter in half.
How dare you?
Well, I'm just saying, this is that same of that new steel that we're debuting the fourth quarter after I did 38 cuts, and it wasn't 40 because I ran out of cardboard. Yeah, oops. So it sliced that.
Hopefully you can.
So that blade has had 38 3/8 thick cardboard cuts. I made 14 slices on 2 feather boards each, and it still shaved mine arms. And C-Dub's got the videos on all that, which is ridiculous. Next will be durability testing. So Chuck,
Umberto said, "Can't wait for the Halloween secret special reveal. Are the warthogs going to be done by then? I need to stock up and stuff right in time for my shipment."
Yeah, I think so. And ask Umberto about that whole thing with them not shipping stuff. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, Umberto, do you know anything about, like, do we have any concern getting things from Italy for, like, our FLN 2.0 sheets? Is there something going on we don't know about with shipping restrictions?
Okay, so Chuck sent this blade in that he got at a blade show. Signed by Melissa, signed by me, number 81. And he said he was going to let us auction this on the Whatnot auction to raise money for China's Disney trip. I cannot, in good conscience, let him do that.
No.
Because he stood in line, he traveled, he came, he got it.
No, he got his on the Whatnot auction. We met him in Texas, and he was like super happy to meet Melissa, and I'm not letting him not have.
Okay, so thank you, but what we'll do is maybe other people will step in the place. I don't want you to have to do that because we're never making these again. Oh, this is the lost one, right? The one that we found. I thought that was.
I think he won that on the Blade Show auction while we were at Atlanta Blade Show.
Oh yeah,
because me and Melissa were like, "Chuck, woohoo, Chuck!"
Yeah,
and he won.
That means so much that you would do that. It really just, if I knew how to cry, I would try. But that's too much. I can't. This is such a prize thing. There's so many people. There's 100 people in the world that have this knife, and you are one of them. I don't want to take that away from you. So maybe other people will meet us in.
Umberto's not aware of anything other than double edge being an issue.
Somebody said something about them not shipping stuff at all. So these are personal coins of Chuck's. They were given to him.
But those are
by a general
for you.
And these I will keep because and the 2.7 was given to him by a lieutenant colonel. So that's really cool, man. Thank you. That's such an honor to have the first cav, and then it's the 7th cavalry.
Sean Cole Cleasure, what knife of yours would you recommend first to get from you?
That's a tough choice. I get asked that often. I'm going to go ahead and place these in a.
I always say combatant for a non-ring blade and CG or Night Stalker for a ring blade.
If you're looking for something that does more on the EDC, like thicker, like say Farm Task or whatever, then Raider's a really good choice.
And Chuck said I won that at the auction at Blade Show. Yeah, that's what I thought. And
yeah,
he said he wanted to do it because he has 2 more of those, like not the special edition one, but I still think
that's tough, man, because it's an honor, and I don't want to offend you by saying I'm not going to let you do that. But that's televised. There were at least 4 people that were watching that auction. You know, C-Dub and Melissa gave you shout outs like live. That blade's even got more provenance than a lot of the other ones. So
Umberto, people are saying that there's some issues like with shipping out of Italy. So that's one reason we haven't released the FLN 2.0, just in case there's any issues.
Yeah, the sheets are coming from MKM. The manufacturers, they make a lot of cool stuff. They made the sheath. I have one of the prototypes. So this is brown leather with we elected to have this on one side instead of 2. Sheath, it's got another hole in it, and they're coming in black. But they worked with me on getting this to market. It's really cool because inside it's curved to match the blade. So this way or this way, so that it has no sheath rattle. It's secure. And those 2. So you can carry it upside down if you want. You can carry it in your pocket.
And Chuck said use it for a trade-in.
Fully ambidextrous. But that's how well the sheath stays on. I mean,
if you really want to do that, Chuck, we'll do it. But
Oh man,
No, he said use it for a trade-in. Like if he wants to trade it for something else.
a Harley Davidson.
I don't want him to send it in to raise money for China's trip though.
Yeah, because that's a you know what I mean? I don't know. It's super, super nice. I'm very grateful.
Berto said, not aware. Sure, I do know that everything you shipped to me lately gets stuck in Milan forever unless you do the missing mail claim. That's absolutely true.
That happens a lot.
Time.
So you guys notice anything new you order from the website, it is not, you do not have the option to do United States Postal Service anymore. FedEx, UPS.
Honey, we had a question from
I know a guy.
Groton Esquilad. I'm probably saying that wrong. Did you guys fully get rid of the accomplice? I don't see it on the site.
Yes, we've discontinued that blade. We have discontinued that blade. There may come to market through a third party some blemishes of those. I haven't heard back yet whether or not they want to do that. But as of now, we had so much invested in that batch. We lost so much of the batch. And then there's been some miscommunications as to how to market the rest of those. So I decided to pull them forever. Ta-da! There you go.
Yeah.
Pause for effect. Yeah, that's C-Dub going, I don't have a lot of words else other to say about that. So, yes, the accomplice has gone away. Like the TCQ is never coming back. The accomplice is never coming back. I don't know that there's anything else that I'll never, ever bring back.
Stranger, when can we buy copper lashing screws?
Most people are commissioning copper lashing screws through Skycross. I don't know if he's still a follower of ours.
Skycross, you can probably find his info by somebody on Discord.
Yep.
If you want to go join the Discord.
They're hand making those, so they're pretty tough. For me, because we're producing those on a production scale, we would have to plate them in copper as a stainless first and then send them to you. And I haven't found a good copper plater as of yet to do that. But we could, but then how many do we break off and do? I mean, right now, the ones that were made for Melissa's blade were made by Don Mitchum, and he signed each one, and he was like,
Jason Smosh said show an accomplice. Double trouble, would you Melissa do another collab someday? We talked about it. We haven't like come up with anything, but we kind of
we had preliminary. She was kind of like, would you guys do another? We're like, yeah, and that's about as far as it's gotten, but she's busy, we're busy. I don't know for sure if that's going to come to fruition or not, but we do have a soft, maybe, yes, possibly. Okay. So that's where we're at. So yeah, I'm not opposed to it at all. I got one coming with Captain Ricky. I hope to do that this year of the DP2. So sheep's foot version DP1, really cool looking little blade.
Blakely, pretty soon we will restock screws on the website, but you can email us if you need some. Yep. For right now. They're not on the website.
This is a DP1, and I've got my sketchbook is actually here for once and forever. So let me find the DP2. Let me see if I can find my sketch of the DP2.
Tim will probably never show the accomplice again on this broadcast.
That's why I pointed. It's over there.
Gus said the accomplice is a great model, totally underappreciated.
It is. I think the maker is totally underappreciated in that instance too. Are we getting personal again? We are.
Can I have Raymond Johnson's info so I can buy all the discontinued models from Paradox?
Okay, so there's the DP2, and then my thoughts on a Warncliffe. Can you see this? Is that too bright?
It's a little bright, but you can sort of make it out.
Maybe closer?
No.
Maybe I need to see if I can.
You might be able to hold it up to this camera over here.
Let me see if I can't.
You could probably hold it up over here. Oh, there you go.
Is that it? Better?
So you you drew the Warncliffe, but you're not making the Warncliffe.
Look at that. No, I didn't like it.
The DP1
So-
sheep's foot looks great.
So that's so that's the DP2.
People are loving the DP3 though, honey.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it looked pregnant. That's what I told Captain Ricky when we were deciding. But he likes sheep's foots, and these are the notes that I took when I was talking with him about that. So that's what we're gonna do. And his logo is freaking rad too. So we got some cool ideas. I really like the design elements that he brought to it. It brings a different dimension to us. So that's I hope to do that this year. I hope. That may be the first knife in the new steel. The other sheep's foot, this one, where did I put them? So this and the DP2 that you just saw may be the first two in our new steel, which would be cool. I think. Do the sheep's feet? Sheep's feet?
Gus D and Nick Martino both love that DP3, and then most everybody else is loving the
two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's interesting. The Warncliffes were all the rage, and then sheep's feet became all the rage. So people are not as interested in a Warncliffe, and now everybody wants a sheep's foot. But then people that are still interested in a Warncliffe want us to keep the Warncliffe. So I don't even know. I don't even know. Design something, and then by the time I can get it to market, because American steel and tariffs and everything else.
Tonto DP4 from Nick Martino.
I've ever shown the little Piranha Tonto. I thought it was really cool. I got a lot of pictures up in her. Man.
DP2 M390 from Cuchillos and Navajas.
Yeah, I think that our new steel is going to outperform most of that stuff flatly. And I'm not opposed to doing runs in more exotic steels. Like, so we're going to have to, because we've already got some 3V. I've got MagnaCut ordered for the new folders.
Stuart said if you make a larger DP, call it Mr. Pace.
The MP? Yeah, so
John Butcher said, let's see the kitchen knives sketch.
So I thought this little mini Tonto on the Piranha grip was rad. I didn't like the
No, he's cute.
Look at this though. It looks like a woodpecker, the warthog.
I like it.
That one's weird.
Those are all Piranhas?
Yeah, these are all in the Piranha
I like
grips.
all of those.
I drew those February of 24. So pushing a couple years on this.
We want the Pronto.
It's rad, right?
Pronto.
I want to do that.
Are you going to call it the Pronto?
I thought it would be cool to do that.
It's awesome.
The Pronto. But yeah, so I got a million things that I want to do.
The current axe in there.
No, because Nick and I worked on that. No, any of my kitchen knife sketches would never fit in that book, so they ended up, because they're bigger than those pages. They're all like paper cutouts in my drawing room out there. Yeah.
What about a 007 profile Piranha?
That would kind of be a Piranha, just to make the lines more aggressive, which is kind of what I did with the other. I must have been handling one of those old
Tonto Piranha, take my money. That is
cool.
Awesome, fine looking blade.
It's cool, right? I think it's neat. I got all this stuff that I want to do. I mean,
news on the Bob DeMarco fighter.
I was actually gonna talk with Bob about that this week, because we're gonna schedule and talk about chatting up the 001 more of the next few weeks before that drop on the 1st. Not September, October.
Double Trouble said you freehand your drawings.
Yeah. Everything's freehand, and if you look really closely at a lot of them, you'll see a million freaking eraser marks. So yeah, I'll freehand. Or like if I'm doing an expansion on a handle platform, all of the 2, 3, 4 on that same handle platform, I'll take the G10 piece and trace it. But the first one, like the 001, you'll see there's a million eraser marks until I get the grips the way I want them. So like, for instance, you see all of this, and can you even see that? See that?
Mm-hmm.
So you see how there's ghosting where I erased a million freaking times in here to get this exactly how I wanted it. But once I get this, after I get the production version of these, then I'll trace the grips for the 3 through 5. So this was, look at that, August of 23. DeMarco collaboration. But yeah. So yeah, I'll freehand everything the first time. And then once I get it, you can see through here, see how the tip was over here. And then the belly was out here. It's just, yeah. I didn't know that I could draw knives. It's an accident. But I can show you the handle on the axe. Sorry, my abs are killing me. So that's the handle on the axe. I did away with this head. That's going to be like grenade textured. But the head's different now. Much more aggressive, less medieval. So just this part.
CJ said I'm a perfectionist too, Tim. He is. Like, I'll just be like, just do it. And he's like, no, he
Can't.
wants to fix it.
Some of you guys have blims. You're like, I can't find the blim. I'm like, I can.
Gall from Derek Finley. Yeah, we need to do another giveaway.
Do it. You're running out of time, lady.
Mitchell Bergeron. Ever thought about a boot knife, SNH, HRT, or Sykes inspired?
A little mini Fairburn would be cool. I did have a boot knife. There's a couple people on here that have one of my original boot knives.
Talking about the Malvado?
The Malvado. Super lightweight, nasty little thing. I don't have one in here, but I do have some.
Said is the Outrider September also?
No. Yes, sorry. 15 September. Yes. Sorry. And don't use that rendering.
Bushcraft Rebooted. You're my favorite customer ever. OCD are my initials, LOL. I could find any blim. I love whenever we have customers like that. Because they'll find it.
It challenges me, man.
This tiny little, I was looking at it under the microscope, and this tiny little.
We have customers that will send microscopic zoomed in stuff. Like, I didn't know if you realized that there was 1/10,000th of a millimeter difference in your grind.
But hey, they're detail oriented. That's needed in this world.
And I'm like, I'm really detail oriented, but some of that stuff, I'm like, guys, do you understand what you paid for this? Like, our quality and fit finish for our price point is well beyond what other people are giving you for that price point.
Where's Waldo for Knife Nerds from Casey?
That's right. But I do like it because it does challenge me. Like, okay.
Rotan Esquilad, I'm so sorry saying your name wrong. That's just the Sapper. We're just rebranding it to.
Correct. To let more people realize its capabilities.
Yeah. Can we get one last look at that Huntsman?
The little, yeah, he's hiding.
The Adversary sale went great. Mozilla.
Yeah, they sold out in 8 minutes. I think it's funny, like, we always get the one comment, somebody's like, yeah, it's manufactured scarcity. I'm like, no, it's actually scarcity in manufacturing because we only had enough material to do 50. So if you would like to help us make more than 50 and pay for it before we sell them, then you're welcome to.
Is tomorrow Labor Day?
I don't know. We're working.
Y'all have big plans for Labor Day?
Me or everybody else?
Everybody on the live.
I didn't know it was Labor Day.
I think it is it?
It is. Like, the guys didn't say anything about it. They're like, well, I'll see you Monday. Like, okay, see ya. I guess they didn't want the day off. If they did, I'd give it to them. I always tell them, if you want to work, I'll pay you. If you want to labor on this day. But yeah, so that's the little Hunts guy. Resurrected from mini.
Jayhawk is fishing. Double Trouble going to the park. Ooh, we went to a really nice park yesterday.
We sure did. And she specifically told me, don't tell anyone where it is because I want it to stay private.
No, I said, why didn't Jeremy ever tell us about this? He grew up over here. He's gatekeeping.
He probably knows now exactly what we're talking about. That's probably why he didn't tell us. Because he wanted to know. So these are the two customs I did this week. The Super 7
Hashtag mystery. I haven't posted it, but y'all can start doing that. Hashtag mystery. Here,
Let's
let me
put
show
this
you real quick.
Super 7
I'll
up
show
next
you really,
to
really quick.
Oh, yeah. And I'm going to do a micro
Hashtag
drop on
mystery.
these soon. What about that? So a camo lasered nickel
I
boron
love that.
004 because it's like super shanky with custom badger claw camo black leather sheaths. We're going to do
Gareth says we don't have Labor Day here. The only Labor Day I had was when my wife had our 2 kids.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that South Africa? Pretty sure that's where you're from.
Yeah, they work. Oh, what do people think about this 04?
Chris Tweet is smoking pulled pork all day tomorrow.
Is that close to here?
Doc Hanley, it's Labor Day. My wife has a labor list. Yeah.
That's right. That's me. I have a list, lots of labor to do tomorrow, including knives, lots of them. Yeah, so I'm going to do a micro on those. It looks like people want to do a micro on the Nautilus Vampires. Those of you that have outstanding Nautiluses understand that these started life as a blemish. Finish under the nickel boron looking crazy, so it adds to the apocalyptic finish. So stay tuned for those. We've got kind of a quick rundown over the next few months. Let me do this before we jump off of here, because I did actually take a picture of our most recent discussions.
Cowboy tomahawks, Stuart.
So 15 September, the Kickstarter for the folder
Supreme
launches.
Taco, yes. There are regular adversaries ready to ship.
Yes, there are. Kickstarter folder, the 15th of September. O3s, there's 400 of those. 200 AEBL, 280 CRV. There are the Piranha 2.0, which is the one I just showed with the jimping, the thinner edge, the higher grind. So a slicier Piranha, a little more for you EDC guys and less for duty. And then we're going to do the
okay, good to know.
slappers, the outriders. Those are the 3 we're doing on that. Try to mix it up. 3 styles: pocket carry, EDC, and campy for those things. So the outrider, those 3. And then it looks like on the 1st of October, we're looking to do, November, 01s, 04s, 05s, maybe Night Stalkers, maybe. If we get all the sheets done and get the rest of those out. And then we're looking at sometime between now and then, we have the FLN 2.0.
If we get the sheets, which we hope to have within a month.
I have those set for 15th of October. And the 1st of October is the Auxiliary Manufacturing 007s. And my super secret EDC tool thing. Okay. Pocket thing, fits in your pocket. Super awesome.
Pocket trash.
Incredibly. The cool thing is, and that's actually a term that I learned from Captain Ricky. He's probably not on here anymore, but still. He showed me this thing, and I'm like, what is that? Is that a weed grinder? He's like, no, it's just like a piece of pocket trash. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Sorry.
I didn't
know it was a thing
either.
I didn't know it was a thing. And now 2 years later, I'm making something.
Hunter said, wait, did he say November 1st?
For?
Which one?
Is you trying to get organized here?
Yeah, he probably is.
Okay. 15th of September, Kickstarter launches for the folder. That's a 30-day Kickstarter because we already have the prototypes working and a production schedule with delivery scheduled before Christmas of this year. So the Kickstarter folder launches on 15th.
What time on the Kickstarter?
I'm going to set it at noon Eastern because that kind of gives our West Coast guys time to get in there. And then for pre-order, O3s, Piranhas, and Outrider. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I could do the micro drop on the 30 004 camos if you guys want them.
I love those things.
Ship the next day. 30 knives. They'll never make it off Patreon. Okay, so that's 15th of September. The 1st of October, the Auxiliary 007s and my new tool. Pocket trash tool. Bottle opener.
Thingy.
That's the universal sign for thingy. Okay. 15th of October.
Bushcraft rebooted. Any plan for the Bushman?
I got a text this morning from Justin Marvin of Seekins, and we're going to pick right back up where we left off on the Urban Camo Bushman. It's a good thing because we have held those stainless steel AEBL Bushmen forever, and we have the grid for those, and they got super slammed. We got super slammed, so we're going to talk about that.
Austin James, what is the auxiliary 007? Do you have any here to show?
I don't. There are pictures. Barbarian Brawny's got some. We've shown some pictures.
It's a wrapped 007, the way he does his wrap.
So you guys know his kind of hybrid. It's a Stingray wrap under. It's a flattened paracord, Japanese-esque, but it makes it really thin, and it's his twist on that style of wrap.
Hunter's posting
007.
stuff. I'm assuming these are. Is that the picture, Hunter? The 007?
So yeah, maybe the auxiliary. That'll be October the 1st. My new EDC tool that I think is going to be crazy popular will be October 1st because I want the two of those to be shipped by Halloween, and you'll see why. And then 15th of October, FLN 2.0s and the Bastinelli wraps. That's the 007 Bastinelli wraps.
I'm going to try real hard to steal one of those.
She liked that thing. And there's 25 of those in a burgundy and black wrap.
That's the one I want.
Yeah, well, she's going to win. You guys know.
Robert Lloyd, what all clips do you have in stock and what do you recommend for cross draw? We don't have any DCC clips right now. We have
cross draw though. That APH Ulti-Clip APH clip is the business. I've changed all my cross draw stuff over to that. You can actually make it a pocket clip by squeezing those together, but that's what I'm using. That's this one because with the spacers that come with it, and mine used to be black, but I'm fat and I sweat, so the aluminum turned aluminum.
Some people really like the DCC monoblock also.
It grabs really on tight. Like a tiger, but this holds really tight, but it's much more clandestine.
Well, I've had people say they really like our plastic original clip too.
We should have those. We should have a million. I quit ordering those over the APH though, because the APH to me is awesome because you can adjust the cant. That thing can go up to 2-inch belts. It can go down to 1.5-inch belts, all with one clip. So you can angle it 45 flat. It's height adjustable and width adjustable for just about anything. And the 1st of November, 01s, 04s, 05s. That's what I got so far, leading us into Christmas time. After Christmas, I'm hoping we get our new steel rolling and we can do DP2 and the Captain Ricky micro drop of those. And then the Scout, which is the sheep's foot combatant, and hopefully the Access.
Hey, Very Good Knife Company. Hey, y'all just popping in saying hi. Can't stay back to work. We showed your knife earlier. Hope all is well.
Here, if you're standing there real quick, I'll just show your knife again since you're on here. Okay. But I'm going to show it if you got a second.
I was about to do the giveaway. We'll do it in just a second.
But so this is the one that I bought from them. The last one that was in stock. The Lone Star collab design with Zachary Schmidt, who's a fan of this channel and a fan of Very Good Knife Company. The grinds, the hollows, the satin belt finish. Fit and finish is great. Sheath is way better than most other hand makers. So this is exactly a Very Good Knife. Anyway, so this is my personal. Don't ask me for it. I waited for the drop just like everybody else. I like it a lot. Really, really clean work, man. So yeah, you guys go support him because he's a nice human and he's a Georgian, but we don't hold that against him because we're Georgians, but not from the country, the state. So that's it. That's our schedule for the next few months. Everything that I talked about, the blades are done. Everything that's on that list for the next 4 months, the blades are done. And the grips are done, except for the FLNs. I should have those done really soon.
All right. For our last giveaway, mystery. You won't know what you're going to get. Could be a blim. Probably will be a blim.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. So. Maybe an adversary because I love them.
I think this week on the auction we're going to do more stock stuff.
Woohoo!
Congratulations. You won TKell knife. So for suffering through 2 hours of this nonsense, we paid you off with a knife. Thanks.
Congrats, Joel. Send us an email, customer service at TKellKnives.com for anybody that won today.
Yep.
He said, what?
Yeah, man. Any last minute stuff that I can think of, or you guys can think of, to ask me while I'm standing here in front of your faces?
I think that's it.
All right, guys. Well, have a good Sunday. Be nice. Have a great week.
Be safe on Labor Day.
Be safe. Don't labor too hard. I will. I'll be making your knives. Bye.
Bye.